Thank you. Honorable Lady Justice Martha Koome, Chief Justice and President of the Republic of Kenya, Supreme Court of Kenya, the Deputy Chief Justice, Inspector General of Police, Executive Director of the Witness Protection Agency, learned judges and magistrates, colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Since Dr. Mondiek is not giving a speech, I think I'll add that time on myself. On a light note, it's a pleasure to be here, and it's a privilege to join so many devoted, committed, and passionate officials and partners as we gather in celebration to commemorate 10 years since the establishment of the National Council on the Administration of Justice under the theme, a unified justice sector that serves the people. As I took time to reflect on the theme, some key words stand out: unity and service. Indeed, the past decade has shown that in order to succeed, unity, undergirded by a selfless desire to be servants of the people of Kenya, must continue to be our lodestone. 10 years ago, on 11th August 2011, the NCAJ was formally launched with the mandate to ensure a coordinated, efficient, effective, and consultative approach in the administration of justice and reform of the justice system. A decade later, it is important that we take stock of the progress made, the challenges encountered, and forecast future strategies that will bolster the administration of justice. We must also applaud the milestone achieved. For example, as part of its initiative to adopt a consultative approach in the administration of justice, the NCAJ has established numerous task forces, committees, and special groups, all of which have undertaken key activities ancillary to the administration of justice in our sector. I therefore take this opportunity to congratulate the Honorable Chief Justice for her leadership on the development of the NCAJ Strategic Plan 2021-2025, which we were taking through, which seeks to build on our past achievements by developing the following strategic objectives designed to enhance administration of justice to wananchi. 1, strengthening NCAJ coordinated mechanism, coordinating criminal justice sector reforms, strengthening court user committees, broadening partnerships and stakeholder engagement, incorporating monitoring and evaluation procedures, and enhancing access to justice for vulnerable groups. For a successful implementation of the NCAJ strategic objectives, we must reiterate the need for sufficient resource allocation to ensure that the strategies are realized. And I'm aware that the CJ is already hitting the ground. Yesterday I found our officials at the National Treasury. And we're in support. We're in support of that. We recognize the importance of adapting technology and also getting reliable and comparable data on crime and criminal justice. We therefore hope that this will be a focus area for the NCAJ to enable the members to formulate and implement legislation, policies, programs, and initiatives that are evidence-based. DPP is already doing this. The Word Elite Case Management System will play a critical role. I started by saying that these celebrations allowed me to reflect upon the milestone achieved by the NCAJ. Reflection on a journey of a decade can be compared to looking into a mirror. You not only see the images behind you, but it also gives you a chance to correct the image you see in front of you. What image do we see as the NCAJ in front of us today? And what aspects of the image reflected back can we strive to correct moving into the future, especially viewed through our theme of unity? One aspect of the image reflecting back on us that we can seek to correct is our seeming disunity, at times either as a result of personality clashes or differences in interpretation of our individual mandates. Our constitutional and statutory obligations as independent and interdependent states and non-state actors is expressed in the system of checks and balances designed to establish a healthy tension among the members of the NCAJ by ensuring that each does not overstep its boundaries. The duties and responsibility of all of us are clearly set forth within our constitutional framework. The police charged with investigation and enforcement. There are other constitutionally investigative agencies with specialized mandate, such as EACC. we as the ODPP for prosecuting, the judiciary for adjudicating, the correctional and probation services for rehabilitation, reformation, and reintegration. Indeed, the Constitution envisages independent institutions operating in an interdependent manner, in which even when there are tensions, these are healthy and necessary tensions to ensure the wheels of justice roll seamlessly, as each partner understands and plays their role, with the realization that each partner's role is equally important. That image in the 10-year mirror, looking back, also reveals to me that this natural tension has in recent times expressed itself in unhealthy hostility, undercutting, and at times partners overstepping the boundaries of their constitutional mandate to attempt to take up the role of others. This ultimately obstructs the cause of justice, with some partners unwilling to submit themselves to constitutional scrutiny and accountability by fellow partners within the NCAJ. Let me say this: the pen is mightier than the sword. Even when the sword apprehends, at the end of it, it is the pen that decides. It is the judiciary that will decide with a stroke of a pen. Hence, the pen is mightier than the sword. I may fall, but I assure you that the next DPP will come from amongst you. And I assure you that the next DPP, if I do fall at all, will come with more gusto to pick from where I've left. The pen has written, the ink has dried. We will not allow any clawbacks on this institution. The fruits and benefits of this constitution are right here. That today, majority of us are women and individuals from minority backgrounds. Allow me to suggest that unity, which is our theme, is the answer in correcting this image, reflecting back on us. Even when we are exposed to pressures and differences of opinion amongst ourselves, we must encourage dialogue, respect collegiality, and the enhancement of goodwill amongst ourselves. Above all, the Constitution, a living document upon which we are all sworn upon, must be the guide. It must be the safeguard against our worst impulses. Some of us have served in the front line for this country. I have served in Somalia fighting Al-Shabaab, and nothing will cover me as much as I know and as long as I know that I'm serving this country. Moving into the next decade, we must strengthen our ties as partners and strive to forge bonds of trust between ourselves. Progress towards fully meeting the ideals upon which the NCAJ was formed can be hard. It does take time and will not always follow a straight line. There will be hardships and even setbacks along the way. But we must never forget the service to the Kenyan people is the reason we exist. In the words of Henry Ford, coming together is a beginning, keeping together is progress, working together is success. I and the entire team of the ODPP continue to affirm that our utmost fidelity shall be the Constitution of Kenya and service to the Mwananchi. Madam CJ, finally, it is my opinion that the PEED program embodies the spirit of NCAJ and its vision of a unified justice sector that serves the people. I therefore take this moment to thank the program of LEAP, that is the Program for Legal Empowerment and Aid Delivery, through UNODC. And I want to especially mention Charity for the good work that she's put in. I want to thank her most sincerely for the continued partnership and unwavering support for the ODPP and the NCAJ. I also want to thank the NCAJ technical team for their relentless commitment to bringing this strategic plan to fruition, and all council members for their input, cooperation, and commitment to the mandate of the NCAJ. Lastly, allow me to extend my sincere gratitude to the Chief Justice for impeccable leadership and guidance within the NCAJ and the justice sector at large. I had wanted to pick up on a story, maybe I'll do that very quickly, of the donkey and the cheetah. You know, they were together in the forest, and the donkey kept on saying, "The grass is blue." And the cheetah kept on telling him the grass is green. But the donkey would not have any of that, and they went to the king, who was a lion, of course, the king of the jungle. And the donkey argued his case and told the lion, "Your Majesty, I have been telling the cheetah the grass is blue, but he's insisting it is green." And the cheetah tried to put up his point, but at the end the lion adjudicated. And he fined the cheetah for saying that the grass is green. 3 days of silence. At the end of it, the cheetah went and asked the lion, "Why did you charge me for those 3 days to keep quiet?" Because the lion said, "But why were you arguing with that ass?" The donkey, sorry, excuse my word, the donkey in British, in American language is an ass. I didn't mean the other ass, I meant the donkey. Why were you arguing with the donkey? When we all know, the whole jungle knows that the grass is green. So I don't want to be the cheetah. We all know that the grass is green, and what the Constitution says. Thank you all for your tireless efforts and for listening to me. Thank you for your ongoing work to create a stronger and more just society. God bless you all. God bless Kenya.
Thank you very much, DPP, for those thoughts and reflections and reminding us of the need to maintain healthy tension.